Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about a saying that if you're black you've probably heard, if you're not black and you're on the internet you've probably heard. Black don't crack. Yeah, except in this video I'm going to be arguing that black does crack, and that is actually 100% okay, because it literally is. It's okay to age, guys. So black don't crack is essentially the idea that black people age much slower or much more gracefully than other races. So the idea is that like the melanin in black skin helps to prevent it from sun damage, and sun damage in turn contributes to aging. Some very frequently mentioned examples are Beyonce, Angela Bassett, and Bianca Lawson. All of these women, you will constantly see pictures of them before and after. Beyonce when she was 19, Beyonce when she's 30 something. Angela Bassett in the 90s, Angela Bassett in the 2020s. Bianca Lawson must be a vampire because she's been playing teenagers since she was a child. All of these are very true. These women do look fantastic. I'm not even gonna say for their age. Just pure, just unadulterated beauty. And they are very beautiful. However, I do not think that they're beautiful because they look exactly the same as they did when they were younger. I think they look beautiful because they look beautiful. And black don't crack is based in the idea that black people are beautiful. One of the components of our beauty is that black people never look old. We don't ever age. And this is a severely problematic standard to uphold of like looking young equals beauty, because it contributes to the general fear of aging, and everybody has to age, whether you like it or not. If you continue to live on this planet, you will age. Your skin will show it. For example, when I smile like this, these little lines right here, over time, the more I smile, the more I laugh, the more prominent these little smile lines right here are going to be. You can already see them a little bit because I'm a bit of a smiler. Or this, I do this facial expression a lot. You can see right there, those little creases. As I get older, they're going to become more prominent and more defined. For a lot of people, those wrinkles, the freckles that you develop from like staying in the sun, a lot of people are developing this notion that having those, the more you have them, the more prominent they are, is a sign of you losing your beauty. Who is going to upkeep that? How would you like to prevent aging? Something that everybody does and is inevitable. How will you ever maintain that? Because everybody has to do it. This is not something that like you can avoid, or you can, the only way to not age is to die. So those are the two options that you're looking at. There is no such thing as you stay on this earth forever and you look like you've only been here for 23 years. How the cookie crumbles, what can I say? Specifically to the phrase of black don't crack, it is another metric for particularly and most frequently women to be compared to other women. Now, you often do see black don't crack used for men, Morris Chestnut, maybe Will Smith, I'm not sure, but like a whole bunch of other men from the 90s. Often they're compared to their younger versions of themselves, but men are never really criticized for looking older. You know, you have Silver Fox, oh, he looks good, he just aged like fine wine, da-da-da. Women are most applauded when they age in a way that almost just like freezes their beauty in time, where they still look exactly like they do when they were younger. It's used as a metric to compare older black women, particularly to older white women. One of the reasons why black women are beautiful is because we don't age the same way that white women do. The issue with this is that's misogynistic. Why are y'all comparing women's beauty like that? That's based in misogyny. The fact that like you need to compare the beauty, you in order to prove that one is beautiful, you have to put another one down. Like that in and of itself is not a good way to compare people, because that white woman that you just called old did not deserve that stray bullet that you just shot at her. Another thing is that women are not only being compared to other women of different races, but they're also being compared to their younger self. So a lot of celebrities, the younger version of themselves that's been like encapsulated in this like whatever TV show or movie that they were in, now they're competing with this version of themselves that doesn't exist anymore. That person, that 21-year-old Angela Bassett, is no longer here. We have Angela Bassett now. We don't have Angela Bassett from when she was playing Tina Turner. Constantly be fighting with your younger self to be considered beautiful is such an exhausting standard to keep up with, because you might not have the qualities that you did back then, but that doesn't mean that the qualities you have now are any less good, important, beautiful, whatever word you want to use. Regardless if black people do age slower than other races, or not, it doesn't really matter, because regardless, you're putting them up to a standard that really isn't fair to put anybody up to. It also is another standard that Black women have to uphold after so many other beauty standards that they also have to consider. People use as examples of these Black don't crack memes and like comparisons and stereotypes are people who have access to dietitians, very strict workout regimens, handcrafted diet plans, all of these other variables, and most of all, right, more than the vegetables and the lifestyle and the rich people water that they're able to drink, also they have genetics. This is a major factor. This isn't just like all Black people are from Africa, so everybody got the same genes. No. These are genetics that are very specific from each bloodline and each ancestry. So you have to consider that like, just because I'm Black and Beyonce's Black, does not mean Beyonce is my sister and I'm gonna look just like Beyonce when I'm older. I'm gonna age like Beyonce when I'm older. That's not how that works. Beyonce is from a different bloodline than I am from. So just because we are Black does not mean we are the same and we're gonna age the exact same way. So building people up to think that just because they're Black, they're going to age the same way as their favorite Black celebrity is an unfair standard, because y'all are not from the same bloodline. The only thing y'all have in common is that you're both Black. Most of all, and this is something that I always highlight, especially in my beauty videos that mention age and wrinkling, and like I also made a different video about plastic surgery where I also talk about this, is that aging is okay. It's okay to look your age. When you're 20, it's okay to look 20. When you're 13, it's okay to look 13. When you're 55, it's okay to look 55. Even when you're 55, it's okay to look 65. It's okay to look different or the same, or however your body naturally is gonna grow and develop. It's okay to look like that. You don't have to look like what everybody else expects you to look like at that age. It's a shame that for example, when I was younger, I spent my whole adolescence, my whole like preteen age, right, that time period of my life, I spent such a large portion of that stressing myself out about how much I wished I could have looked older. I felt like I was underdeveloped. I felt like I didn't look like a teenager, and I really wanted to look older than I was. I wanted to have that mature grown woman body. Now that I'm older, I'm starting to hear this chitter chatter, this jibber jabber online that I'm supposed to be planning where I'm gonna put my fillers to avoid getting these facial expressions that are perfectly okay to have. If I have smile lines, that means I had a happy life. If I have these little middle forehead 11 lines, that means I was questioning people my whole life. There's nothing wrong with that. Why would I not have signs and marks on my face that show I've lived, that I've had a good life? I really don't understand why I would want to avoid that. And as much as I say this now, it's really hard to go online and see these 35-year-old women who are like, well, I got filler and Botox when I was 19, 20, or 22, and look at me now. I look beautiful. Look at my face. Look at what fillers can look like on you. And it's just really hard to see that, because it makes me think, like, is this what I should be investing my money in? Is this what I should be investing my time in? So it's just another beauty standard for me to uphold, except this one is literally impossible. This contributes to a bigger conversation about how people really glorify young adulthood, your early 20s, your late teens, and how that's supposed to be the peak of your life, and how you're supposed to spend your whole life just chasing that feeling. Whether it's romantically, people always trying to relive that spark that they had when they first got together in their early 20s. Financially, people always trying to chase the lifestyle of being single and only having to worry about yourself financially, like living that type of life. People always think that like your 20s are filled with traveling and luxury and like being able to be selfish, right? And then specifically with beauty standards, you spend your whole life trying to look like how you did when you were 21, 22, college age. And it's just so depressing to think that I'm gonna turn 30 and all the good parts of my life are done. Like, is that what you're telling me? Like, I'm never gonna be happy again? I'm never gonna be beautiful again? And that's just not true. Lots of really great things happen as you get older, and nobody will tell you that. So I just think that like people should be able to enjoy every season of their life, and not just enjoy every season of their life because they're replicating an older season of their life, but enjoying that season of their life because it is a good season, like because they like what's going on in that moment. I think living life to the fullest, so to speak, only really works if you literally are enjoying every step for what step you're taking. When I was in high school, I was really excited to go to college. Now that I'm in college, I'm really excited to graduate. And it's just like trying to get out that mentality of constantly chasing what I don't have. It's something I'm struggling with, but something that I hope to get through and like really get together. Because you can't always, like, I'm not going to spend my whole life chasing the past. So all that's to say is black does crack, don't crack, doesn't really matter. It's okay if it does, it's okay if it doesn't. It's okay to age, it's okay to look your age or look a different age. And it's okay to have smile lines and wrinkles, guys. It's perfectly fine. So yeah, that's basically the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. See you next time.